I thought today I had a lot of kind of scenarios that I wanted to get in today. We had a run period, had a couple different pass periods against, four-man rush, isolate our tackles against defensive ends. Had a blitz pickup period, where we had to throw the ball into all that. Just a lot of different scenarios and work we were out there 26 periods. So pleased with the effort, pleased with where we're at. We've got some guys that, it's just like anything, anytime that you change out one team to the next, you're still going to have some new players, some young players, some guys that were inexperienced. And, we'll Thursday will be a game for us. I know it's an open scrimmage, everything that way, but we're gonna play it like a game. I had the game format, mapped out for what we were going to do on Saturday. And so what we're going to do is we're going to play a real first half, and I'll kind of look at the play counts of where we want to be, and then, whether we run a clock in the second half of it. But that's how we're going to do it. And, it works that way. And so we need to see the Nate Geigers and Jake Davies and all those guys play a game. Okay, it's time to go play a game. And I'm excited about that.
What do you want to accomplish in these last few days you have officially with these guys?
Well, yeah, so Thursday's about, like I said, play a game. We got to get, certain people to, this is what it'll be, as close to you can. Now, it'll be different. We realize that if it was 65 degrees on Saturday in Cheyenne, we would have a big crowd. If we had a nice day in War Memorial for a spring game, we'd have a good crowd. What we have on Thursday, I don't know. I thought maybe I could get like some bar vouchers for the students or something to show up or something like that. But the bottom line is that, I'm hopeful, that we get a few people show up and everything that way. But I want a game-like scenario where we've got to manage substitution, manage just playing on Thursday. And then Friday will be a short workout. We can't be in pads anyway. And so what we're going to do that on Friday. And just be a few things situationally. We'll still do a little bit of Air Force work on Friday, some things there. So, we get 15. We're going to use 15. This isn't the way that I ideally like to do 15. I like the game to be the culmination. I've been a part of that before, where you have a spring game and then you come back and practice after. And, really, be honest with you, it's just like eating stale food a little bit, and I don't like that. But that's hand we're dealt. We'll make the most of it, and we'll get work done.
You mentioned Connor Shea a couple times this spring. How is he coming along so far this spring?
Yeah, I think Connor has shown some good things. I think right now, if we started a game off, it'd probably be him and Shea Suianoa. But, we're going to play Cole DeMarzo. We're going to play Evan Eller. And we've got a couple other guys that have a chance there, too, with Micah Young and Reed Sun. They're doing a nice job. But I think Connor has, look, he's capable of doing good things for us. I think his blitzing has gotten better. I think some overall understanding and some fits has gotten better. So I'm pleased with what he's done so far. And, now we get another fall camp with him and everything that way. And it's just one day at a time. Even getting back to like what do we want to accomplish these next couple of days, that still gives us a couple more days of work. And again, I talk about it so much around here. Just take care of the here and now, and that's what we're going to do.
We keep hearing from the offensive guys how much they really enjoy this new look offense and the new scheme and everything. How's the defense adjusting to this new scheme and stuff? Is it a lot different than in years past? There's
still there's a lot of elements that may be a little bit different than what we had done before, but there's also a lot of elements that defensively we defend, and so it's good though. There's some things to it that they do that are things that I look at and go, okay, that this is a little bit difficult to defend. This gives a problem to us here, and some things of that nature. And so from that standpoint, yeah, I think You know, you can notice a difference in certain areas of how we run it and what we're doing. I do like the fact that I think our quarterbacks are being much more decisive with what they're reading and where they're going right now. And so that's been a positive that has generated over the last, you know, handful of days. You know, and they threw a couple balls. The defense made some plays the other day on Saturday, and we had a couple takeaways. But I like the definitiveness of the quarterbacks right now, and that's been good too.
Well, you guys were obviously ready for Texas Tech last year, but would facing something like this in the offseason helped even more?
Oh, there's no doubt. You know, we had to manufacture ways to do that. But, you know, I mean, by the same token, trust me, we're not sitting there trying to beat Texas Tech at all or anything like that. I think one of the things that, look, you know, it's like anything in offense, the more weaponry, the more weapons that you have, not only just in players, but also in your style and kind of your formations and your ability to use players different ways, you know, the more versatile that you can be, the more effective that you can be. And so every once in a while, to especially at 7,220 feet, to get somebody here and all of a sudden get them back out on the field and then, okay, let's go. Let's put the throttle down a little bit and let's see if we can gas you out a little. I think that's a positive for us. And but you know, like, make no mistake about it. This is still, you know, our MO is going to be to hit people and run the ball and do that and control things. And I just think you got to be able to change it up. You know, I mean, you got to be able to be versatile, and that's important.
I think he's been banged up a little bit, but have you been able to see flashes of TK King since he's been in?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some things, you know, you can tell, you know, he missed a couple weeks, and there's repetition there that he missed. And I think, you know, it's one thing to sit in a meeting. It's one thing to sit there and see it on paper or see it on a board. It's another thing to go out and do it, you know. And so when he does put himself in the right spot and do that, I mean, today I saw him do a few things that, you know, all of a sudden you're like, okay, this looks good. You know, be a big summer for him, big fall camp for him. He provides us a skill set that could make a difference for us offensively. And so, yeah, I mean, I think there's some major positives to what I saw from him today, but there's still a lot of growth that has to happen.
I think you said Craig left one thing in his office for you that said just coach him or something like that?
Just coach the team.
Just coach the team. We joked amongst ourselves today, we see a mannequin rolling down and going out on the field, and we think, oh my God, Craig Bohl would have an absolute heart attack if he saw this thing. Has Craig reached out to you at all during camp and said, wow, this is different?
Oh, no. So what happened was we had the brown pants and the gold jerseys arrived, right? So we wanted to show them to him. And the gold jersey's got a name on the back of it. So this is like a final exam, right? Like, let's show you all this stuff. You know, I mean, the reality to it is that, you know, none of that. Like, here's the thing. Just coach the team. That's the way I look at it. And in terms of, like, names on jerseys or maybe throwing some brown pants or whatever, you know, okay, you have players like that, but they've also done exactly what I've asked them to do from January through now, as far as all the things detail-wise. We're not going to win a game or lose a game because we got names on the back of a jersey next year, okay? We're not going to become a team of individuals because we got names on the back of a jersey. Last time I checked, they have names on the back of the jerseys at Alabama, and they get really talented people to play together as a team. And so I'm not, you know, that when I look at things, and when that plaque that he's got up, or they kept on my desk up there now, just coach the team, you know, then I also translate that to, does it affect winning and losing? If it affects winning and losing, then I make a strong, considered decision about it. If it's something that the players engage in and they like, and it helps, you know, the morale of people, and it's a name on the back of a jersey, great. But does it really affect us, you know, whether we win or lose in our first game or second game or anything else? It doesn't. And So, you know, it's part of it, I guess. But no, I mean, I'm sure open practices, names on the jerseys. You know, I mean, maybe he, well, you know, I mean, like the mannequin had the jersey on. I didn't have a problem with that. You know, after that, though, I mean, there's so much foundationally that has not changed in this program and will not change. And, you know, I'm my own personality on stuff, but there's also so much of it that I believe we double rep, we're physical, you know, we're going to hit in practice. We get to August, we're going to hit more, and we're going to do those things. You know, we've scrimmaged more reps in the spring than what we ever had in any previous spring. And so, you know, foundationally, there's going to be things that will never change. And, you know, whether we put a name on the back of a jersey or not, it doesn't matter to me. So.
I just wondered if you'd heard from him or not.
No, he's busy. He's got enough stuff to do with that. And I talked to him like 2 weeks ago, and we didn't talk about any of those other things like that. We had enough other stuff to talk about, and so he's doing good, though.
He probably just yells at Aaron about it.
I don't know. Aaron said he hasn't really said anything about those things. I think he basically slips into town. Nobody knows it. He goes and sees his grandkids, and he slips out of town, and nobody knows it. So that's kind of the way he operates. That's him, though. That's him. He was, in the COVID year, he was like, we always said he had like ninja skills, because like we would be in a meeting, and if, you know, and I was bad. I had my mask down and stuff like that. And all of a sudden he'd come behind out of middle of nowhere and just start yelling about masks, and he'd be like, where's this guy coming from? You know, and so that's him. That's the way he works. So